third position in the District 4 AAA playoffs. And here with the opening tip, Troy will control and go to work. Ball out of bounds to Mansfield. Troy coming with some full court press. You expect to see a lot of that this evening. The kind of hallmark of Coach Miller since he's taken over the program. This is his third year leading the Lady Trojans. And a senior heavy team for Troy. We start 4 seniors and 1 sophomore. Kia Ripple's shot is denied at the rim by senior Alyssa Parks. Dominic's attempted drive on the baseline. It's shut down by the Trojans. Ball turns over as Dominic steps out of bounds. Mansfield showing a man-to-man. Patient ball movement by the Trojans. Parks' drive is no good, but she'll draw a foul. A foul on number 21, Kia Ripple, her first, team's first. For the Tigers, Dominic, Watkins, Leitner, McNamara, and Kia Ripple. To start, Alyssa Parks' first foul shot is good. And the senior second, also good. And Troy at full court man-to-man. Troy only graduated 1 from last year's squad that made it to the District 4 AAA semifinals, where they would fall to eventual champion Hughesville. Kia Ripple on the travel. So for Troy, number 11, Kaylin Sterling, number 22, Alyssa Parks, number 3, Ella Vanoy, number 2, Gloria Andrews, all seniors, and then sophomore Gianna Renzi, number 23. Renzi, Andrews, and Parks, all solid three-point shooters. Andrews' 3 is no good. We're tracking down that loose ball. Parks steps out of bounds. The ball over to Mansfield. Renzi with a steal. Kicks ahead to Gloria Andrews. Mansfield gets it across the half-court line to get a chance to set up their offense. This was senior night for the Lady Tigers. Mansfield took a little time in the pregame to acknowledge their 2 seniors, Watkins and Ripple. Several good looks by the Tigers, but by Leitner and Watkins both no good. Troy will come away with the basketball. And I have our first timeout here. Be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Miller. The 5:07 mark. Now for Troy, they enter tonight's game on that 8-game win streak. Their only blemish on their league record was an early season loss to Wyalusing. The Trojans matched up with the Rams on Thursday night and exacted a little bit of revenge as they picked up a 62-27 victory. After tonight's game, Troy will travel to Towanda for a key NTO large school matchup. Could have implications on the league title as well as standings for the Showdown tournament. Mansfield gets the ball inbounds. Elena Shaw into the lineup for the Tigers. She'd established position in the front court, and her pass to Cameron Leitner in the back court will result in a turnover on the Tigers. Again, Troy coming with a very physical man-to-man, looking to strip the ball, tie you up, and force you to become uncomfortable and make some of those unforced errors. Kai Renzo into the lineup, number 32. Gets fouled at the rim. Renzo's first shot is no good. And that foul on number 24, Reagan Watkins, her first. Renzo's second is no good. Good offensive rebound by Sterling. Sterling's follow is up and good. And this is what Troy has done to opponents all season. And that pressure, the relentless, constant pressure. The ball up ahead to Shaw. Her pass to Watkins. Watkins unable to handle it. Ball out of bounds. Troy will take over here, enjoying an 8-0 lead as we approach the midpoint of this first quarter. Parks will handle the point guard responsibilities for the majority of the time she's on the floor for the Trojans. The senior has signed her letter of intent to continue her basketball career at Mansfield University. Number 32, Kaya Renzo's layup is good. Their Dominic stepped out of bounds on the end line. Number 34, Madeline Seeley into the lineup for Troy. Seeley, another of the seniors on Coach Miller's squad. Nice attempt, the two-man game there by the Trojans. Ball out of bounds off of Troy. Sterling unable to handle that pass and get the ball done on that nice roll to the basket. Mansfield the inbound in that tough corner. Ball will stay with the Tigers. Good pressure applied by Gianna Renzi. Sophomore, second year as a starter in the backcourt for the Trojans. We'll get the ball ahead to Watkins. She'll bring it into the front court. Good decision there. Didn't have the numbers. Get the ball back in the hand of your point guard and run some offense. Watkins' shot is blocked at the rim. And the Trojans out and running every opportunity they have here. Renzo, a good job to outrun the Tiger defense. Extend that lead to Coach McLean will take a timeout at the 3:07 mark. For the Lady Tigers, they're on a 3-game win streak. picked up a nice road win on the road at Sayre, and then followed it up with 2 solid victories here at the Tiger Den over both Williamson and rival Wellsboro. The Williamson game coming on Tuesday of this week, and Wellsboro on Thursday. In that Wellsboro game, the Tigers went from about 8 down in the third quarter. They won a 20-0 run to expand the third and fourth quarters to come away with that victory. Good job by the Tigers navigating the press on that possession. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard here. Ball ruled last touched by Troy. Officials tonight, Mr. Kendrick, Mr. Hall, and Mrs. Andrews. Tigers get it in. Watkins finds a cutting Claire Dominic. Dominic blocked at the rim. Dominic's been on a scoring tear the last 3 or 4 nights. Good ball fake and take by Parks. Parks' layup is good. Tigers will kick it up ahead. Dominic will draw the foul. That foul on number 14, Kendall Allen. Allen, another of the seniors. And Coach Miller's squad. And Dominic's first shot is up and good. We've seen the ball go through the hoop will settle the Lady Tigers down a little bit. And Dominic's good on both of her foul shots. Mansfield back in the half court, staying with that man-to-man. Troy, good ball movement around. Good steal by Claire Dominic. We have a 2-on-1. We'll draw the foul. That foul on number 23, Gianna Renzi. That's Renzi's first, team second on the night. And Dominic will return to the foul line for 2 more. And 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Dominic's first is no good. Number 32, Avalon Rue, will enter the lineup for the Lady Tigers, replacing Reagan Watkins. Dominic's second is good. Gets the lead under 10. Good ball fake there by number 11, Sterling. Parks all the way to the rim. It's no good. Offensive rebound for the Trojans. Three scoring opportunities on that possession for the Tigers. Along with taking care of the basketball against the press, the Lady Tigers are going to have to limit Troy to 1 shot on a possession. A good enough, explosive enough offense without giving any additional opportunities to score. Renzi's shot's no good. Dominic comes away with the basketball, but it's whistled for a travel. Troy very quickly went from offense to defense as they trapped Dominic in the corner. Parks back to the rim. Layup again is no good. McNamara comes away with the rebound and will draw a foul. As 3 Trojans quickly descended on McNamara. That foul on number 22, Alyssa Parks. That's Parks' first, the team's third. And Troy staying with that man pressure. Not going to guard the inbounder. Release one to play center field. Good job by the Tigers in navigating the press on that possession. Once you settle in, make the press a little easier to deal with. The Tigers got a good look there. No good, though. Ooh. Sterling, hard drive to the rim's no good. Tigers come away running. Dominic's layup is good. That's 5 for Dominic. Long pass intercepted by Leitner. We've got time to get a good look. Leitner's long three is no good. Had an opportunity for probably another dribble or two to get up to the three-point line. Sometimes that internal clock ticks a little faster. Parks' heave from the other side of half court is no good. So at the end of one, the Tigers find themselves with a little work to do as they trail the Trojans 12-5. After that quick 10-0 blitz by Troy, Mansfield was able to settle in a little bit in the first quarter. Actually outscored the Trojans 5-2 over the last portion of that quarter. So they're much better shape than what they were the first time they played the Trojans, much better shape than a lot of their NTL counterparts have been after one quarter with Troy. Troy's going to be relentless with that pressure. They're going to press right from the beginning, right on through if it's a tight basketball game. Troy has the luxury of putting 4 individuals on the floor at any one time. They're very comfortable handling the basketball, very comfortable shooting from the perimeter, putting it on the floor, attacking the rim, and they are certainly not the least bit timid about playing aggressive on either end of the floor. So just because they've put a shot up and they've missed it, that offensive possession doesn't really stop for the Trojans. They continue to battle, look to turn that defense into quick offensive opportunities. For the Tigers, again, they've got to settle down, some patience against that press, run their offense. Leitner gets into the lane, good up and under, and scores. Those will be Cameron's first points of the night. It was all Dominic in the first half. So good job of the Tigers coming out of that quarter break, getting more points on the board. Good head fake by Sterling. It's no good. Watkins down with the rebound. Kia Ripple on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Kicks it ahead to Dominic. Troy quickly with a trap. Ripple's reverse layup's no good. Leitner down with the rebound. Her shot is no good. And here comes Park pushing hard. Gets to the rim. And this time the senior gets the layup to go down. Job by the Tigers to get through. McNamara's layup's no good, but right there following Reagan Watkins, her putback cuts the lead to 5. 6:43 to play here in the second quarter. And while Troy is squarely in the playoffs and most likely will end up as the 3 seed in the AAA, Mansfield is still battling for their playoff lives. Tonight's game and 3 more all on the road. A win in any of these final 4 would go a long ways to helping the Tiger cause. Renzi's shot's no good, so it's great to see the Tigers coming out, playing hard, and battling the league-leading Trojans. Sometimes the team will come in, see who's on the other side, and they're number 1, they're number 3, whatever, and just kind of what shot do we have? The Tigers are coming out and battling. Which is exactly what you want to see if you're Coach McLean. Doesn't matter how good your opponent is, you've got to make them play the game. Maddie McNamara all the way to the basket. Nice pass by Reagan Watkins out of the high post. Cuts the lead to 3. The ball fake by Sterling. Layup's no good. number 32, Kaya Renzo there for the offensive rebound. Hammered on the attempted reverse layup. That'll be the second foul on Reagan Watkins. Renzo to the line to shoot two. First is up and good. So prior to that foul shot, the Tigers were on a 6-2 run here in the second quarter. Second foul shot's no good. Renzo comes away with their own rebound, and the Tigers look to attack. Oh, silly foul in there. Claire Dominic with a reach. Got to move your feet defensively. So White gets a warning. They crossed over the foul, over the end line on that inbound play. Next violation like that will result in a technical foul. So off the warning, Troy will inbound and go to work, run their offense. Renzi unable to save that. Ball to Mansfield. Again, Troy coming with the full man. A long pass for Reagan. Watkins is no good. Finds its way to the hands of Claire Dominic. Good hustle by Dominic. Watkins will follow that miss. Draws a foul. That foul on number 22, Alyssa Parks. That's Parks' second. Watkins to the line to shoot two. First is no good. Too strong off the back iron. Should get another shot at it here. 15-11 Troy. 5:32 to go here in the second quarter. Watkins' second is up and good. Brings that lead back to 3. And Troy back on the attack here offensively. There's a lot of ball screens. Good use of some head fakes, some ball fakes. Let's try and get past the defender. Parks' 3 is off the mark. Troy comes away with the rebound. Sterling again back, attacks the rim, no good. Watkins down with the rebound this time. Fortunate that Maddie Mack was able to track down that outlet pass. Find Cameron Leitner inside, goes to work. Sterling with the block. Look for Cam to work in a head fake, ball fake there. Gets the Troy defenders are going first move. Get him up in the air, draw a foul. Good find, Parks to Renzo. 7 points for Renzo. The Tigers will get it across the timeline. McNamara all the way to the rims, no good. Leitner unable to come away with the offensive rebound. Loose ball out of the hands of McNamara. So Troy's ball. 4:17 to go. Elena Shaw into the lineup, replacing Reagan Watkins. Avalon Rue also in the lineup for the Tigers. Dominic up for a big rebound. Last night out on Thursday night against that win against Wellsboro, Leitner came away with 12 big rebounds, including the 500th of her career. Rue's pass inside is tipped out of bounds by Troy. Mansfield gets the ball under their own basket. They'll run their action here with Dominic to key it in. Good tight man-to-man. Tigers are able to grab it in the backcourt. A lot of physical play here, a lot of bodies on the floor. No foul calls. The Tigers will get a chance on the offensive end again here, down by 5. So we approach under 3.5 to play. Avalon Roof from 17. Off the glass is good for the sophomore Rue. Cuts it to 3 again. Renzi with a deep 3. It's no good. She'll be whistled for a travel beforehand. So on that turnover, the Tigers will take over, inbound in front of their basket. Troy again coming with that full court press. Very aggressive. A lot of hand checking. Good back tap by Renzo. Gets it to Renzi from about 14. Shots no good. Good hustle by Renzi to track down that loose ball. Parks resets their offense. Mansfield staying to man-to-man. Sterling to a cutting Renzo's no good. Leitner will come away with the rebound. Not sure what happened there. No charge, no block. Dominic's shot is no good. She gets her own rebound, is fouled on the second. That foul on number 22, that is the third on Alyssa Parks. Claire Dominic back to the foul line. Officials letting them play here in the early going. Fans from both sides here grousing a little bit. Dominic's first shot is up and good. Again, the officials have a difficult job out there. At any given time, only half the gymnasium is going to be pleased with what you're doing out there, and a fickle group, they'll not be happy. Next trip down the floor. Dominic's second is no good, and the battle for the rebound will result in a jump ball on the alternating possession. That ball to the Troy Trojans. Reagan Watkins into the lineup. She'll replace Claire Dominic. 2:25 to go in the half. 17-15 Troy. So after that initial 10-0 blitz, Mansfield's worked their way back to make it a 2-point ball game. Good heart here by the Tigers. If you look just on stats and how the season has gone for these two teams, Troy would be probably the easy favorite, but I don't think anybody told the Tigers that. Madeline Seeley with a score for Troy. Ball's tipped. The Tigers will grab it in the back court. Pass a little too quick, a little too hard. Part of what that relentless pressure will do to you, it makes you speed things up, both in your head and physically as well. Those unforced errors are what Troy looks to try and capitalize on for the Tigers. They're going to continue to try and take that out of play. It's a missed opportunity. Ball back inside to Sterling. Finds a cutting Renzo. Her shot's no good, but she will draw a foul. A foul on, I believe, on number 12, Cameron Leitner. That is the second on Leitner. Renzo's first foul shot spins around and kicks out. Renzo's second is good. That gives Troy the opportunity to set their press. No trouble for the Tigers on that one. Parks is headed to the bench for Troy. Shaw drives baseline, a tip pass across the lane to Watkins. Heads out of bounds. And so straight on passes like that are tough to get through. They're tough to handle if you're on the receiving end. Good unselfish play though. Troy again. Continue to attack, probing the defense. Renzi from 3. It's no good. Leitner with a long rebound, kicks it ahead to McNamara. McNamara's layup is no good. The officials will whistle Kaylin Sterling with a foul. That is her first, team's third. Troy coaching staff not happy with that call. Maddie Mack's first foul shot is no good. But again, perspective is always different when you're on the bench versus right out there in the middle of the play. Maddie Mack, it's good on the second. For those on the sidelines watching, PIAA.org, always looking for new officials. The local Tioga County chapter was more than happy to welcome new officials. We'll have a foul there on Elena Shaw. Corey Andrews will draw that foul on Shaw. Ball stays with Troy, inbound under their basket. They'll get it in. Renzo's shot is no good. Kendall Allen was on the putback. The Tigers get it across. Avalon Ruse three's no good. Elena Shaw, good weak side rebound and putback. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half, where the Troy Trojans find themselves up only 4 after opening up that first quarter on a 10-0 run. Kind of had the Tigers on their heels a little bit. Lady Tigers settled in. Just tried to slow the game down a little bit, and now just comes down to playing basketball. Patiently chip their way back to get the game under 10 at the end of the quarter. And as we go into the half, Coach McLean has to be happy. The game that could very easily turned into a big deficit is a very, very manageable 4-point deficit at the half. So we'll take a break here. We'll be back with you again with some unofficial scoring totals and such. In the meantime, opportunity to check out the future of Lady Tiger basketball under the direction of Aaron Rout. 4 AAA rankings, they would be in line to host a home game in the first round of the District 4 playoffs. Senior-laden team for Coach Curtis Miller. Troy's put together a tough non-conference schedule this year. Matchups with 4A Power, Central Columbia, and Jersey Shore. Played 3 games in the main bracket up the Josh Palmer tournament. It's a team that's led by seniors Kaylin Sterling, averages 15. Senior Alyssa Parks chips in with 11. Sophomore Gianna Renzi with 11. And senior Gloria Andrews kicking in, I believe it was 9. Now Andrews and Renzi have made the second and fourth most three-pointers in the league thus far through this season. Here in the early going, the Tigers have done a good job of staying attached to shooters. I don't track total numbers of threes attempted here, but really Troy has not put up many here in the first half, and they did not connect on any, which is a definite win here defensively for the Lady Tigers. Now for those Tigers, they come in at 8-10 overall, 6-6 in overall NTO play, and 2-4 in the large school division. They're in 10th place in the AAA District 4 standings. So I've got this game and then 3 more. So a win or 2 would certainly go a long way to help their cause, along with some losses by South Williamsport and Lyon Mountain, the 2 schools that rank in front of them. So the difference between 8th place and the Tigers in 10th place, 8th place being the last automatic spot to get in, sits at .016 points as of earlier this afternoon. So there's a lot of things that can transpire over this last week to 10 days of the season. South Williamsport and Lyon Mountain both have some tough matchups coming up, as do the Lady Tigers. So still out there though as a goal. So for Coach McLean's team, taking care of the ball against Troy's pressure is going to be key here in the second half. A little shaky to start, but once they settled in, they've had some success. Now it's going to come down to making good decisions once they have the basketball and get it across half court, what they do with it. And they, by and large, they've done a pretty good job of that tonight, getting it back into their point guard's hand and let her go to work. Trying to limit those unforced errors and staying away from empty trips. Want to get a look, want to get a shot, want to get a good scoring look each time they have an opportunity to possess the basketball. And defensively, continue to keep traffic in front of those guards. Don't bite on those ball fakes. It's almost automatic every time Troy has possession, head fake, ball fake, and they're looking to put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. So the Tigers are going to need to move their feet and not be reaching. Elsewhere across the league tonight, North Penn Liberty's at CV, Wellsboro's at Athens, Canton's at Sayre, Northeast Bradford's at South Williamsport for a non-league matchup. And Williamson, Wyalusing, and Towanda all have a rare night off. Now, I mentioned the showdown as it stands right now. Troy would host Canton, and Northeast Bradford would host Towanda. Right now, all of the teams in the showdown would be coming from that east half of the league. Now for the North Penn Mansfield boys, they picked up a nice victory, 72-55 over Wellsboro last night on the road after a slow start. The Tigers really settled in, and that really wasn't until about halfway through that fourth quarter where they really grabbed firm control of that basketball game and were able to run away and hide from the Hornets. So while the Lady Tigers, this is the last opportunity to play in the friendly confines of the Tiger Den, the North Penn Mansfield boys have 3 home games to wrap up their season. They'll be here next Wednesday against Athens, next Friday against Wyalusing, and the following Monday against St. John Newman. And as always, our friends at the local Pizza Hut running their promotion. Get 20% off dine-in and carry-out anytime the Lady Tigers or the Mansfield boys win at home. Just mention you caught the game on Channel 13 or here in the Den. Mansfield starts with the basketball, and we have a flourish. Several Tigers and several Troy Trojans had their hand on it eventually to go out of bounds to the Trojans. So not exactly what Coach McLean drew up, I'm sure, coming out at halftime. It's 6 seconds in with a turnover. That is part of the basketball game, especially when you're a young team. The Tigers with with 2 sophomores and a freshman part of their starting lineup. Ball inside to Parks. Parks, who's playing with 3 fouls. Renzi will find Sterling for the layup. Or excuse me, find Renzo for the layup, number 32. Tigers kick it ahead. They'll find Watkins. Her shot is blocked at the rim. She will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul on number 32, Kaya Renzo. That is her first. Watkins first. Up and no good off the back iron. Watkins with 3 points in the first half. 3 for Maddie McNamara. 2 each for Leitner, Rue, and Shaw. Watkins' second is good. Leading scorer at the half for the Lady Tigers was Claire Dominic. Leitner and Watkins with 2 fouls coming out at the half. Good entry pass into Sterling. Shot's no good. Leitner away with a rebound, and she'll bring it herself, at least part of the way. She gets it over to Maddie McNamara, and the point guard will go to work. Gianna Renzo all over. Pass to Elena Shaw was through. She found Claire Dominic, and they will call her for a travel. For Troy, Alyssa Parks had 6. Kaya Renzo with 8 to lead the Trojans. Renzo's shot's no good. Parks, the deflection on that outlet pass. And the ball will stay here with the Trojans. Andrews will drive baseline and will travel with it. So Renzo with 8, as I said, Parks with a 6, Sterling, Andrews, Seeley, and Allen all with a bucket apiece in the first half. Good job handling the press by the young freshman. Sterling ahead for the layup. It is good. The Tigers are whistled for the back court. Reagan Watkins brought it over. And immediately jumped by Troy. And Mansfield showing a man-to-man. Andrews from the corner, 3's no good. Shaw away with the rebound. Get it to McNamara. The Tigers need to get a good look here. First 3 minutes of the second half are huge for both teams. On both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. Ball out of bounds. Off Cam Leitner. So Troy will bring it across here, up 7 points. Here's your under 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Renzo's jumper's no good. Dominic down with a rebound. Troy aggressive even on the rebounds that they don't come down with. Leitner strip, but Watkins comes away with it. And we'll find Elena Shaw down on the low block. Her layup is good. Cuts that lead back to 5 as we approach about halfway point here of the third quarter. Troy is trying to put Mansfield away, and these Lady Tigers just won't go away. I said pass intercepted by Claire Dominic. 2-on-2. Find a cutting Cam Leitner. Leitner blocked by Sterling. Again, the Troy going on that first move every time. A head fake, a ball fake, get that defender off their feet and go up and into him. Opportunity for a three-point play. So long as they continue on a jump ball, it'll stay here with the Trojans. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Good ball movement by the Trojans. Get it inside again to Sterling. And the senior finishes at the rim. And Troy comes with the pressure. We'll draw a foul. This foul on number 2. Gloria Andrews. Her first. Get it inside to Leitner. Goes to work. Again on that first move. The Trojans get a hand on it, block Leitner's shot. Watkins came away with a rebound on the weak side, but shuffled her feet before she was able to get that shot off. Good move by Leitner. Finishes off with a ball fake, a head fake. Parks to the rim. Hard drive by the seniors, playing with the 2 fouls. Extends the Troy lead to 9 as we approach 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball movement by the Tigers here. Tried to hit a cutting Watkins. Did Shaw, ball off of Watkins' hands, out of bounds to Troy. Parks' drive is no good. But she'll come away with the rebound. And a foul on the Lady Tigers. That'll be on number 4, Elena Shaw. That's Elena's second. Kia Ripple checks into the lineup. Will replace Maddie McNamara. Give the freshman a second to catch her breath. She took a pretty good shot a couple plays before. Don't expect her to sit very long. Ball inside to Sterling. Sterling gets the shot up. A foul on Kia Ripple. That'll be Ripple's first. And Sterling's basket was good. And to the line. And converts the three-point play. Extends that lead to 12. Important here for the Tigers to come away with a good look and a score. Try and cut it to 10. You're playing with some confidence here. The Tigers playing for their playoff lives. Playing with a lot of pride here. I don't know that anybody really gave them a chance coming into tonight's game. And they have battled Troy throughout. Good read by Renzi. Will steal and finish at the rim. That's the first points for the sophomore. Troy up by 14 with a minute 20 to play. The Troy bench certainly into this game, trying to generate some energy for their teammates. Sterling nearly picked Leitner's pockets out front. Leitner to Shaw. Sterling with the quickness to recover and block Shaw's shot. Avalon Rue and Maddie McNamara in the lineup, replacing Kia Ripple and Reagan Watkins. Mansfield retains possession of the ball under their basket. Dominic drives baseline. Her floater's no good. Avalon Rue with a follow. Her follow is no good. A couple real good looks by the Lady Tigers on that possession. Troy right back down, forcing the action. Number 34, Madeline Seeley with a basket. And Troy has ratcheted up the pressure again. Very physical. Avalon Rue for three. It's off the mark. Troy will come away with a rebound. Troy with 20 seconds to play. No good, but to come away with the offensive rebound. Renzi to the basket. Reverses no good. Maddie McNamara comes away with a defensive rebound. Got 6 seconds to go here. Leitner gets a full head of steam, gets to the basket, and will draw a foul on number 34, Madeline Seeley. That'll be Seeley's first, team's third. Leitner to the line to shoot two. Troy spectators not happy with that call. Leitner's first is no good. Well, they have played a pretty physical brand of basketball all night. Could have been some other whistles that could have been blown, so you're not going to get every call. Leitner's second is good. And desperation heave falls well short. So at the end of three, Troy is up 37 to 22. So for the Lady Tigers, after outscoring Troy 13-10 in that second quarter, Troy regrouped, refocused, and came out with a vengeance here in the third quarter to outscore the Lady Tigers 15-4. Now that 15-point deficit is not an insurmountable number. It's just going to be very difficult because Troy is going to continue to come with the physicality and the pressure. 7 points for Sterling in that quarter for Troy. Gives her 9 on the night. Parks with 8. Managed to get through, playing very aggressively in that third quarter, not picking up a fourth foul. So she's in good shape there. Kaya Renzo, number 32, with 10. The Lady Tigers will inbound here. It's their ball to start. Claire Dominic remains the highest scorer for Mansfield with 6. Did not get in the score column in that corner. And the Tigers will turn it over on the opening possession. Again, more physical pressure by the Trojans. Mansfield remains in their man-to-man. See what Coach Miller wants to do with his troops here. If they a little more patience and run a little clock each possession, or they continue to keep attacking the basket. Parks penetrates and kicks. Andrews penetrates and kicks. And Parks will draw a foul at the rim and go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be on Elena Shaw. That'll be the third on Shaw. The team's first of the quarter. Parks first, rattles out. Parks second is good. Bumps the lead up to 16 as Mansfield goes to work here. They approach 7 minutes to play. Leitner will put the ball on the deck. Kicks out to Dominic. Dominic into the lane. And will draw a foul on number 11, Kaylin Sterling. That'll be Sterling's second. Team's first on the quarter. It's on the floor, so the Tigers will get it out underneath their basket. Dominic will initiate the action. They find a cutting Watkins. Bobbled the catch, but still got a shot up. Dominic comes away with the rebound. Follows no good, but she will draw another foul on the Trojans. You get an opportunity to the line, chance to score while the clock is stopped. That foul on number 23, Gianna Renzi. That'll be the second on Renzi, the team second of the quarter. Leitner's first foul shot is up and good. That is the 4th point for the junior on the night. Averages about 13 a night. Maddie McNamara averages around 11. So Troy's done a good job of neutralizing the Lady Tigers' 2 leading scorers. Andrews for 3 from the corner is good. And that's the first made 3-point basket for Troy on the evening. Bumps the lead to 17. Leitner to the basket. Finds an open Dominic. Shot's no good. Troy gets out in transition. Mansfield had a couple bodies on the floor there. It's 5 quick points for Andrews here. Dominic for 3 is good. Gives the sophomore 9 on the night. He's averaged 11 over the last 4 basketball games for the Tigers. Ball in the middle to Sterling. On the drive, Watkins steps in and tie her up. So a little clarification on the arrow. Good bit of officiating there by the officials to make sure they get that right. So the ball will stay with the Trojans. They'll inbound it under their basket. Andrews will kick off the action for the Trojans. Good defense by the Lady Tigers. Coach Miller will take a timeout rather than turn it over. It'll be a 30-second timeout here at the 5:44 mark of the 4th quarter. All right. Ball into Renzi. Her 3 is short. Dominic comes away with the rebound. Handoff to Shaw. Gets it into Watkins. Lefty goes to work. Shot's no good. Parks comes away with the rebound. The Trojans are going to continue to push. Mansfield stays in the man-to-man. Renzo to the basket. Her shot is good. It's 12 for the freshman. And the Tigers get it across. Again, very physical defense being played here by the Trojans. Every pass, every dribble, every shot being contested. Leitner will be whistled for a travel. Parks kicks it ahead to Andrews. Catch the Tigers sleeping. Andrews' basket is good. Pushes it to a 20-point lead. Renzo intercepts Leitner's inbound pass. Parks for three. Off the mark. Maddie McNamara comes away with a rebound. A draw foul on Renzi. Came crashing in hard from behind. That'll be the third on Renzi. The Tigers will inbound. 4:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. Down 47-27. That floater is picked by Renzi. And Renzi's pass is out of bounds. And the Lady Tigers will regain possession here at the 4:20 mark. McNamara to inbound. Gets it into Leitner. A little handoff to her freshman point guard. As Renzi is all over. We have a jump ball. It will stay with the Lady Tigers. Tigers get it in. Tigers bunched up there offensively. Parks will come away with the rebound, gets out in transition, and she'll take it herself. Good team quickness by the Troy Trojans. Shaw to Dominic. It's picked by Parks. Parks will find a cutting Renzi. Leitner will block number 23 Renzi's shot, but she'll get whistled for the foul. That'll be the third foul on Cameron Leitner. And Renzi to the line to shoot two. Be Renzi's first trip. Up to the line, the first is up and good. Extends the lead to 23. Renzi's second is no good. Leitner down with another rebound. Troy continuing to apply pressure. Send man-to-man in the half court. Find a cutting Leitner. Good offensive move. Can't get the ball to fall, but she will draw a foul and get a chance to score some points at the foul line. That foul on number 14, Kendall Allen. That's the second on the senior. And Leitner back to the line for two more foul shots. First is good. As is the second. Leitner perfect from the foul line in the fourth quarter. That gives her 7 points on the night. Mansfield coming with a little bit of pressure. Renzi with a travel. And Mansfield goes to work. Good up and under by Leitner. Shot's no good. Parks down with the rebound. Troy releases and gets ahead. Dominic gets away with a bump there. The Tigers probably had one coming their way. Allen's layup is good. Troy bench very engaged here. Good cut by Dominic, good pass by Leitner, and finish by Dominic. 11 points on the night for Dominic. Troy comes right back on the other end. Madeline Seeley with a basket. And Troy continuing to apply some pressure. Mansfield down 23 as we're under 2 minutes to play. McNamara can't handle the pass. Parks comes away with it and goes the distance. 2 more for the senior. Renzi all over McNamara. Tigers able to get it in bounds. Leitner to Watkins. Watkins' shot is blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Lady Tigers. Kia Ripple into the lineup. She'll replace Elena Shaw. So Dominic to inbounds. Watkins, Ripple, Leitner, and McNamara on the floor where their Ripple's shot is blocked. A foul on Kia Ripple, number 21. That's her second. Tried to regain possession of the basketball. Ball to Troy. Mansfield, no pressure here. Back into the half court, and they're man-to-man. Mansfield will come away with a steal. The Tigers playing maybe a step too quick there. Ball out of bounds to Troy. Coach Miller clears his bench here with 51.1 seconds to play. Troy up by 25. Avalon Rue enters the lineup. She'll replace Claire Dominic. Troy ball with 51 seconds to play. Mansfield continues in their man-to-man. Troy continuing to run their action. And a travel. So, Troy in a man-to-man. McNamara to the hoop. And the freshman will convert the layup. Now 20 seconds to play. Troy bench here getting a couple looks at the basket, unable to convert. And that's the ball game. So Troy came in, and as expected, came out with that full court man-to-man, put Mansfield in a quick 10-0 hole. But a lot of positives to come out of this for the Lady Tigers. It would have been very easy about midway through the first quarter just to hang heads and say, oh, here we are again, the next in the long line of runaways by the Troy Trojans, but they didn't. They dug in and continued to battle and make a game of it. And just a 4-point game at the half, 22-18 Troy. And in that third quarter, Troy came out, regrouped, started the third quarter a lot like they started the game. Again, very physical with their man-to-man. Throughout. Mansfield certainly, I don't think, was ever particularly comfortable against that pressure, but in the third quarter it seemed to rattle them a little bit, and they weren't able to find that second win that they were in the first half. Troy really took command of the game in the third quarter and then just kind of took care of business over the end. For the Lady Tigers, again, I said it already, a lot of positives to take out of this, to build on going into the last 3 games. To bring this kind of fight, this kind of really fearless play at times on the road at Athens, at Wyalusing, at Towanda, and put that together with a night where they get a few more baskets to fall, maybe a few more fouls go their way, and an opportunity to maybe pull off an upset to help their playoff cause. For the Troy Trojans, We had 3 points for Gianna Renzi. They had 6 from Madeline Seeley, 4 from Kendall Allen, 9 from Kaylin Sterling, 13 from Alyssa Parks. Again, 9 from Andrews and 12 from Kaya Renzo. For the Lady Tigers, they had 4 from Elena Shaw, 4 from Reagan Watkins, 2 from Avalon Rue, 5 from Maddie McNamara, 7 from Cameron Leitner, and the game high score for the Lady Tigers with 11, Claire Dominic. As I mentioned, over the course of the ball game, over about the last 4, Claire Dominic's kind of caught fire on the offensive end and has been scoring 11 points a night over that span. So this wraps up the home portion of the season for the Lady Tigers. It's good to see them to come out with a spirited effort against Troy, a very good Troy basketball team. They're sit at the top of the large school standings. They're going to host a showdown game. Could very well be considered the favorite entering into that showdown tournament, and they sit as the 3 seed in the District 4 AAA playoffs. They're going to get a home game. Certainly, I know their plan is going to be to try and contend for a district title, maybe a tall order. Loyalsock and Hughesville are playing some outstanding basketball and continue to dominate the top 2 spots. But on any given night, especially when you get into the playoffs, nerves become a little bigger and upsets can happen. So we'll see what happens there. For the Lady Tigers, they're going to need a little help coming down the stretch. So if you're a Lady Tiger fan, you want to become a fan of whoever Line Mountain and South Williamsport's playing, because we're going to need a couple losses by those 2 teams to help the Tiger cause to slide into that 8 slot, or at least jump one of those 2 teams and then hope that team finishes with a 500 record and to bump them in that way. For the Mansfield boys, they will be home next Wednesday. They'll host the Athens Wildcats. Next Friday, they will host the Rams from Wyalusing, and then they will wrap up their home portion of the regular season on Monday, February the 10th, when non-league opponent St. John Newman will make the trip up from Williamsport to take on the North Penn Mansfield boys. So, for Blue Ridge Communication Channel 13 and North Penn Mansfield High School's live stream, this is Jim Fair thanking you for tuning in this evening, and hopefully you'll join us on our next broadcast. Good night.